All right. 3 games yesterday, one today. And yesterday, the stunning game to me was clearly the Ravens laying a big egg and basically not getting it done against a Bengal team that was resurrected by Joe Burrow's appearance. But first, we're going to start with the Cowboys. You know who I'm saving for last. But I'm going to start with the Cowboys. Uh, Cowboys, very quietly, are now 6-5-1. Home, they go to Detroit next Thursday. Detroit is beaten up. Chargers at home, Vikings at home, and then they get bye weeks against the Giants and the Redskins. The point I'm making is that Dallas has an outside shot of winning the division, but what people are talking now is a collision course. Stephen A. Smith mentioned this about an hour ago. You may have a Packer Cowboy wild card game in even Arlington or Lambeau. If you're the Packers, you prefer to play the Cowboys in Arlington. And we'll get to Jordan Love. I'll get to him. But I want to talk about Dallas first. The defense is put it together. They have their receivers are second to none. And the way they roughed up Mahomes yesterday. Ravens right, he did keep his head. Exactly, Morse. I'll get to him last. Don't worry, I'll get to him. Oh, you got to give Jerry Jones a lot of credit. And Parsons got 13 sacks, 13 and a half sacks. So this trade to me is what the Cowboys did was they believed, Jerry Jones believed in his squad to make those trades, give up his number one this year coming up in the draft. And their defense is really coming on strong. And that's something to pay attention to in the N.F.C. Do I think they're better than the Rams? No. Do I think they're better than Philly? Maybe. It depends on Jalen Hurts being a little bitch and not throwing it to A.J. Brown because he can't stand him. You saw that in the second half, and everybody was talking about it earlier this week, but he basically told A.J. Brown to shut the bleep up. We got a touchdown today. Leave me the F alone. What teams are figuring out about Philadelphia this year is their offensive line is not as good as last year. And Eagles better win this game today. And like I said, what Eagle team are we going to get? The team that destroyed the Giants or the team that you've seen take it easy and play ball but control football, getting Clowney, Quentin Williams, and the linebacker from the Bengals helped. Cowboys definitely better now. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Very, very fascinated by the mindset of Philadelphia Eagles. And now everyone knows it's the quarterback. He's a little bitch. He doesn't like A.J. Brown. Now, I've seen the circumstances between the two teams. Me and Itus was talking about it last week, how when they got pummeled by the 49ers 2 years ago, waiting for Itus to pull up, Jalen Hurts was taking a lot of abuse from A.J. Brown on the sidelines. I saw a lot of that. You know, Mace, I said Cowboys aren't going to do much. They're working hard to change my mind. Well, if you're going to play that young man in the thumbnail, you might as well say game over. Dallas next week at the Lions, next Thursday night. Then they're home for the Chargers and Vikings. And then they're at the at the Giants and Redskins, I could see Dallas running the table. I could see that. I could see Dallas running the table. So give the boys a lot of credit. What? Did you see how happy Jerras was in the booth? And he should be. Thanks, Moss. He should be. Moss in the building, back at work. Remember, they're Canadians, so they had their Thanksgiving a month and almost 2 months ago. So appreciate you, Moss. So that's the Cowboy game. Cowboys have a chance to run the table and win that division. As crazy as it may sound, I don't know what the hell Philadelphia team we're gonna get. The Jerry photos in the locker room are priceless. Yeah. You should be happy, Raven. Never give up. Here's the point. Unless you're the Dolphins, you're the Calgary Flames in the NHL, in the NBA, you're the Charlotte Hornets, there's no hope. But Cowboys always have hope because they've done good jobs. I mean, give them credit. And like Moss said, they got Clowney. I forgot Clowney was even there. Been a long time since we've seen him that happy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Happy for the man, especially what he's been going through with his health. So shout out to Jerry Jones and the Cowboy faithful who stayed faithful with this team. They deserve a lot of credit. They didn't run away like a lot of fans of other teams do. Next, I do agree with Big O about Lamar Jackson, and I know he really hurt eye test. You know, eye test got a playoff wrap up, but he got to get Lamar Jackson ready for the playoffs in 2 weeks. Week 15, 16, and 17 are the playoffs in fantasy football. He better get his quarterback ready because that was an embarrassment last night. I mean, Joe Burrow walked in there pissed at midfield and bitch slapped the Ravens like he did. And I don't know, man. I mean, Bengals are right back in it. As crazy as it may sound, they're only a game and a half behind the Steelers, depending on what the Steelers do Sunday, with Buffalo going to the Steel City Sunday. I'm not doing that game. We'll be in Seattle Sunday to see the Hawks play. You know I love the Hawks, so we'll see the Seahawks play. If I had to rank the teams right now in the N.F.C, Rams 1, Eagles 2, Seahawks 3, Packers 4, Cowboys 5, Niners 6, Bears 7. And I think those would be the 7 teams that will make the playoffs. And that's what I predicted. The only thing is I did not see the Bears, even though I said they'll be improved. So they're taking the Redskins spot. But Detroit, I think, is in a lot of trouble. I do. And what Green Bay did to them, I'll get to love. You normally get to love and praise his arm skills. I'll get to that. But back to Lamar Jackson, that was an embarrassment last night. And nobody wants to hear the bullshit about, it's on me. No, bro, it's on all of you. You guys laid a major egg, and now that Burrow is back, the Bengals are 4-8. They can run the table. As serious it may be, they can run the table. Let's do their schedule real quick. And I prove my point what I mean. Let me get their schedule in a second. Big NHL day today. Everybody's playing, which is great if you're a hockey fan. I think my team plays the Panthers at 4 o'clock. So I'll be watching the Bears. I'll watch the replay of that. All right, here we go. Do the Dallas Stars real quick. There's something I want from them. I guess why I'm looking at it right now. Let me see something. The Dallas Stars. Yes. The Dallas Stars. Dallas and Colorado is coming soon, I believe. And those two teams are clearly above everybody else in the sport. So so the Comerica Center in Frisco, Texas. I know Ravens is familiar with that one. Oh, no wonder it is basically open. No wonder people are lined up to buy those new jerseys. I'm trying to get me one. Because I don't know Texas like that. Yeah. All right. Talking about the Texas Stars, I'm not into that, bro. All I want, let me go back to this. Anyway, Cincinnati, okay, give them credit. Can they run the table? That's the question. Can they run the table? Let me go back here real quick. Let me see if they have it. Eye test is here. He's doing something right now. Probably uh, kids are very happy they had a good dinner. All right. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, I gotta get that jersey, man. Ravens cracking up. What's good, Mace? Happy belated Thanksgiving. Oh, what's up, Azen? You want to pull up? You can if you want. TB at RW has been OG6 Bruins Rangers. Tampa Bay at the Red Wings today. I'm more concerned about Calgary at Florida today against the Stanley Cup champions. That's what I'm concerned about. First, let me make this quick call to a place Raven is familiar with. Dallas Star Team Store. See if I can get this jersey. Ooh. Give me a second, everybody, as I call I'm back now. Let me get back to what I was saying. I'm trying to get that jersey right now. Mr. Miami Bowl, Ole Miss at Mississippi State. Yeah, he would like the Egg Bowl. You couldn't pay me to watch that. All right. High Test is with me. Well, that was an embarrassment last night by Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. They
Gotcha.
all shot. Hey, how was your Thanksgiving yesterday? I think Test is at work.
On this side or that side?
Sounded like a what? I'm right here. This as I always do. Wait for eye test to come on. Anybody can pull up. I'll drop the link again. Aizen, you still here? Pull up, bro. I'll drop the link for you. So the Ravens were an embarrassment, and now the Bengals have hope. If you saw all of them around the, it wasn't turkey that they have, did they? They had something else. They gave them something else, and the Bengals, to a man, feel confident they can catch Pittsburgh and win the division. What you're seeing, folks, in the A.F.C., the N.F.C. is status quo because I picked Dallas to make the playoffs. What you're seeing in the NFC, the A.F.C., folks, is the new powers, which if you go retro 10, 20, 15, 20 years ago, these were the best teams. Denver in the West, Indy in the South, Pittsburgh in the North, and New England in the East. You know what they all have in common?
Oh, shit, I'm on.
Defense and a power running game. And competent quarterbacks. And we haven't even seen C.J. Stroud. Now he got his guys back, and he's coming back Sunday. That's why we'll be in Indianapolis Sunday for the early game. This is going to be a fascinating game. By the way, Daniel Jones playing on a broken fibula because they have no confidence in Anthony Richardson. None whatsoever.
Happy Thanksgiving, fuckers.
Says a lot, doesn't it? Says a hell of a lot.
Yo, Mace, you can hear me?
No confidence in him. But back
Mace.
to a recap of yesterday's game. Let's just get to it. You know who I saved for last. You know, when people say to me, and ESPN,
Yo, Mace.
and I'm glad Ryan Clark had to put Cam Newton in his place about an hour and a half ago. And I tested see, I'm glad because me and him are going to disagree again. Right now, there's only 8 quarterbacks in the league, maybe 9, in the entire league that has phenomenal arm talent. Okay. Stafford, Love, Mahomes. Now Josh Allen throws this like Jeff George now. This flick of a wrist side on like Jeff George used to do, and he looks scary doing that. It looks real scary. Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Herbert, and Caleb Williams. And when you look at pinpoint accuracy, you're looking at Burrow, you're looking at Tua. You're looking at Baker Mayfield. And then it's the rest. I mean, guys who are solid. You got the Jared Goffs and the I just finished talking about his bitch ass, Jalen Hurts. Those guys are good, solid quarterbacks in the league. Bo Nix. Oh, Stroud to a degree, because Stroud has arm talent, but when you put the deep cover two, it disappears. And then Drake May. Drake May can go either way. He can either go with the arm talent, or we can put him as your basic quarterback who is a pocket passer that most franchises like. The quarterbacks that, you know me, I said this the other day, I'll say it again. I'll take a quarterback with arm talent who can throw the ball 80 yards down the field like you saw Jordan Love do yesterday. I mean, the passes he thrown, especially the one to Dontavian Wicks for the first touchdown. Folks, that's a gift from God right there. Not that bullshit that these clowns in the Dolphin community 5-6 years ago said, quote, Tua has an arm of God. That is as bullshit. It's sunny outside right here in the Northeast. Plain lies and bullshit. But then again, that is the Dolphin community. You know, I had to take a shot at them today. It's been a minute. They were off last week. So there goes my shot at those ass clowns. But back to, like I was saying, what a performance for Love, carrying the team on his back. Parsons came through again. And if I ever hear ever again that these assholes in the Dolphin community is trying to tell me that my boy, that their quarterback is better than my quarterback, I swear to God, I will pull down my pants and piss on every single one of those bastards in the Dolphin community. Okay? Those throws that he made yesterday is what talented quarterbacks do, multi-talented. That means he has arm talent. And he showed it yesterday. Again, because Matt LaFleur finally came to realize you can't run this bullshit with Josh Jacobs. Now, Green Bay is exactly where they are 2 years ago to the day. The difference is now is that you got the whole band back together from 2 years ago. Remember, Tucker Kraft didn't play much 2 years ago. Okay? He was on the bench. The tight end they have now was the tight end 2 years ago. His name escapes me. The receivers are back. Jaden Reed back next week. And I'm glad because he'll get a game in before I decide what I'm going to do in my money league in the playoffs. I'll either have home field in that league for the first time and God knows when, or I will start on the road. My other league, my own league, I don't give a damn about. I mean, I know iTest is going to make the playoffs. I'm going to make the playoffs. But the other guys, I think somebody's 11-1. I don't know if it's Moss. I don't know if it's Luke. I don't know who's 11-1. Is it Figueroa? I really don't know. I really don't care. But in my money league, I'm smiling right now in that one. Very, very proud of my draft in that league, and I didn't even draft most of those picks. Right, the computer did for me. So I owe the computer some money if I win this. But I don't get wrapped up into it until 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, when it's my money league, I'll be all in on it. I'll be studying and see who I'm going to play. I'll tell you one quarterback I ain't playing on my team in that league. I ain't playing Lamar Jackson. So it's between Jordan Love and Stafford. And I'll make the decision. I'm going to see Love next week against against Chicago next week. That'll be our only game next Sunday. 4:25 Eastern, I'll give you an early pregame show in the morning, and then I'll be back at 4 o'clock to wrap up the early games with you. So it's only Green Bay, Chicago next week. The week after, gargantuan games. I can tell you right now, we will be in New England for the Patriots and the Bills. The other game early that day, and it's a damn good one, is the Cheifs and the Chargers fighting for survival. And then your late games, Lions and Rams, Seahawks and Colts, Packers and Broncos. I don't know what game we're going to do that day. I think the Lions hurt. I was leaning towards the Lions and the Rams, but Laporta's out for the year. Look like Amon-Ra St. Brown's out for the year. So I'll make sure there'll be no sneaking players in my money in my other league, my league, so it could help other teams' rosters. Because I noticed that. And when you have losers who do that, that tells you a lot about them. And I'll tell that person in his face. Because I don't like the Dolphin community anyway, and he was a big part of the Dolphin community. So he'll hear from me. Don't worry. I like to rip assholes up here. Okay? And I do it very well. Speaking of assholes yesterday, I'm trying to enjoy my Thanksgiving dinner with my mom. And I have my phone on. And who kept texting me? Moss. And I'm like, why the hell are you texting me, telling me shit when I have the game on right in front of me? Mind you, when Love threw his fourth touchdown, there was no more text. Communication was gone. Let me stick with Love for a second. He yesterday was outstanding. Ryan Clark and Stephen A. finally giving him his cigars. I don't do flowers. That's for women. Or desperate women giving men flowers, which does happen. But you get to the point. Love was outstanding. As a matter of fact, if I had to pick the best player yesterday in all the games, it was definitely Jordan Love yesterday. And Parsons. Then Mahomes in the loss. Then Pickens. Pickens was great yesterday. And then Burrow. There you go. And then Williams for the Lions played very well. But Green Bay game was thrilling. The Cowboys game was thrilling. Thank God I went to sleep on the Ravens game. And when I woke up, I saw 32-16 Bengals. I laughed out of my bed, bro. I said, you cannot be effing serious. That's exactly what I said. I said, you cannot be serious. Aizen, I'm sorry, my brother. I was looking up some shit. How you doing, bro? Happy belated Thanksgiving, brother. I hope you had a good one.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. I had a good one. I hope you
I
had a good
think your
one as
mic is a
well.
little low, Aizen.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm further away. Let's see.
Wait till Aizen fix his mic. Can't hear him. Yeah, Aizen, fix your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Can't hear you, fam.
You can't hear me?
So,
Hello? Hold on. Can you? Let's see.
wow.
Let's see.
So, Aizen, I don't know what's going on with his mic.
You can't hear me?
Because I can't hear him at all. And I don't have anything on mute.
Let's see. Can you hear me? Can't hear me?
So, fix
That's
your mic,
weird.
Aizen. So, okay. So, Aizen's got a mic problem. He's fixing it. Hope iTest comes back. I'm giving you this early, and then I'll be back for the game at 5 after 3, and we'll get right to Philly. Weather is good in Philly today. So, yeah, Aizen, fix your mic and pull back up, bro. Fix your mic. So, Burrow was great yesterday. Love was outstanding yesterday, and so was Mahomes in the loss. Mahomes had 4 touchdowns. So I know Iman is happy as Iman is trying to beat Luke for that division. Let me see something. Hold up. Hey, Aizen, see if you can hear me now. If you can, just pull up.
I could hear
Maybe it
you.
was my.
Can you hear me
There you
now?
go. I hear you perfectly. It's me. It's
Okay.
It's perfect now. My apologies.
Okay. I was gonna say I heard eye test earlier too, but you couldn't hear him. So
Yeah, that's my bad. If ITUS is listening, I apologize to him. So, what do you think about yesterday, man? We'll start with Lamar laying an egg yesterday.
ooh. They just I don't know. They just don't have it going this year. I don't know what all it is. He is what I think he's still hurt a little bit. I think he's still
Oh, I
playing through
know
some
he is.
injuries. But they just do not have it right now. Um, that defense for the Cowboys is it's it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I still think Green Bay's defense is better, but their defense is pretty solid. The Eagles' defense is pretty solid. But I think man, having freaking George Pickens that at 2 receiver threat, it just really opens up the field for Dak. Yeah, I think he played really well too. I seen points in the game when they pressured and he stepped up, ran out of the pocket, and made throws to either Pickens or Lamb. And I think having Pickens and Lamb out now, you know, it'll tell how long they're able to keep them. Both of them will tell how long that they'll have be a offensive threat. But having both of them, it really shows how much of a problem they can be. And I think Pickens he might be the best receiver in football this year.
He's not better than Gimba, bro.
Better than who?
Uh, uh, in Jigba in Seattle, bro. He's about to
Okay,
break Jerry Rice's record.
he's. I forgot about that, but mm, yeah,
That young man is on a serious mission.
yeah, he's good. And Seattle's only problem is being in the same division with the Rams. But yeah, they I mean the NFC is pretty solid as far as knowing you can almost look and tell who's gonna make the playoffs. Their positions kind of being set and locked. The only one is the NFC North. Even though I think a lot of people I think are kind of overlooking the Bears. They're pretty.
I'm
I
not.
think they're pretty solid right now. I think they're dangerous
I
enough.
picked them in. I picked them in Carolina as my 2 surprise teams back in
Okay.
August.
Yeah, they're playing
Yeah,
really good. This is not the you can tell the way they're playing. This is not the same old Bears of old that people are used to seeing.
no, it's not.
They're doing really well, and it's going to be interesting over there in the N.F.C. I think it's one of those where in the playoffs, where one bad play here or there for any one of those decent teams, could that could be the end of the season for them. So they're pretty strong. Right now, the Lions they don't look good at all. It's looking like if they do make it into the playoffs, they could they could be an early round exit possibly. But the A.F.C is right now it's looking like the A.F.C is New England to lose. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, you've got. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
You
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was gonna say to me, it's they're the one team that looks pretty solid that I can see them beating pretty much every team in the A.F.C. Everybody else, it's a toss up. I don't think any, almost everybody's on sand for a foundation. It could shift at any moment.
I'm gonna go right now. The way it's situated, I think the team to beat is Denver. More experienced, championship head coach. I think Denver is the team to beat. But remember, one thing that is fascinating about it's not New England. You know what? I believe New England will get home field. No question about that.
I think for me, the thing is, I just don't believe in Sean Payton without Drew Brees. I'm just gonna be honest.
You don't believe in Drew
Knicks?
You don't believe in Bo Nix and
No,
Sean Payton?
no, I really don't. I think at times they're okay, and then at times they're not. I just don't. I just really do not believe in Sean Payton outside of Drew Brees. I really don't. I think outside of Drew Brees, he's slightly better than an average coach.
Okay, interesting. So you don't buy how good this defense is in Denver?
No,
The
don't
defense, you
don't
joke
get me
about
wrong. I do think that they've got a solid defense. I just think that on the offensive end, when it comes playoff time, you can't mess up and have any slips the way that their offense has a tendency to do. It's just too much of a toss up. I do think that their defense is good enough, but you still got to be able to score no matter what.
And that's where a run game comes in. And I said this about Denver. They'll go as far as their running game takes them.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have that running game, they're in trouble. I would agree with that. New England got the running game right now.
Yeah. They've got a good blend of both. That running game makes it easier for Drake May, Vrabel, and oh gosh, I can't think of that offensive coordinator's name. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, Josh McDaniels. They're doing a wonderful job. The guys believe in him there. I think that they're doing a wonderful job with the situation. They've got a great relationship with their players. It's just, I mean, hey, look, it might be to the point where they're back again.
I mean, I said that back in free agency. I said New England's going to be the most improved team in the league, and right now they're looking at it. They make me look like a damn genius.
Yeah, they're deadly. For me, everybody else is just they've dropped too many games to solidify themselves as being a real threat. Indiana can't out when they're on the road, they have no running game.
I think the Colts did a mistake last week where they didn't keep running Taylor, and they tried to make Daniel Jones the hero, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work.
I think Kansas City took that away. And if you look at Taylor's production on the road versus at home, it's a stark difference. They do not get anything going with him on the road that well. He looks very mediocre on the road as far as a runner. And I think that's bad for them.
Yo, that boy, pull up. I didn't even know he was in the building.
I mean, especially being that Kansas City had not had a credible running defense all year. I just and then they're able. Yeah, it's difficult to really, that one's going to be about a matchup, and then whenever they get to having to face New England, it's done. Buffalo, they don't have a good run defense. Well, their run defense isn't that good either, but it's better than Kansas City's. But they just they have issues too on offense. I think when Josh feels like he's got to go Superman mode and do everything, too many mistakes happen. So it's just I'm not really sold on anybody in the A.F.C. except New England, to be honest.
Okay. I'm sold on all four teams I said, plus I'll throw in Houston in that mix. Because they're playing defensively, they are clearly dominating everybody.
Yeah, I forgot they are playing good defensively. I think that for them it's just been about injury, so that's why I'm not sold. C.J. Stroud's been hurt, other people.
Nico Collins.
Yep. So I'm not, that's why I'm not sold there.
I don't know, man. I'm a big believer in defense in the running game travels.
It can, but it all depends. If you can run on the road, if you can have a good running game on the road, then yes, you pretty much can have a good running game anywhere. But if you have struggles in the running game on the road, it really hampers your offense and what you're able to do. But
what's up, Jordan?
We'll see. But like I said, I do think that that defense up in Green Bay is golly. It is pretty punishing.
Look, I'm Jordan Love's biggest supporter.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, that defense have to prove it.
Playoff time. I won't argue that. I won't argue that, but I won't argue that.
Let's see them do that. Big spot.
The other thing for me about Green Bay, they don't have a credible running game either. For me, I think if they had a credible running game,
you don't think Josh Jacobs is credible?
I mean, as far as I'll have to see it in the playoffs, man, to be honest. I'm not going to say, it's just like completely garbage. I'm not going to say, it's not on like Kansas City level right now with the way things going on, even though Kareem Hunt, I think, is a pretty decent running back, but their running game has been non-existent pretty much almost. I just haven't seen enough to where I think that their running game does enough to kind of free up and give Jordan Love more opportunities, on the passing game.
I was saying this last week, and one of the things I said was the one thing about the Packers, and they showed it again yesterday. When they need to close out a game, Love can close out the game. We saw it yesterday. When they're ahead, they always close out games. The problem is when they're ahead, the defense give up games.
Okay.
And that's why I don't take their defense seriously.
Gotcha.
I didn't even pick them to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm not. I think, to me, I said this back in April. To me, the team to beat in the NFL is the Rams, and to further notice.
I would say right now
Philly,
the way it's looking. Yeah. They're that offensive line is too. Yeah, and they don't. And Saquon has been awful this year. I think part of it probably does have to do with the offensive line, but yeah, that offense has just been it's not been good at all. I would go. I'm in a toss up between the Rams and the Bears. Both of them are pretty solid to me.
Let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
if the Bears lose today and lose in Lambeau next week, are you going to still feel the same about the Bears?
I would probably be kind of sketchy on them too.
I'll say it right now: the Bears' schedule is tough, and to me, this is me now. I think they're good. I don't think they're ready yet.
Gotcha. That's understandable. That's understandable.
I think they're good. I really do, but I don't think they're ready. And you may see that today, depending on what Eagle team shows up.
Eagle
comes to play today. Chicago is gonna get worked on.
They'd have to do a major overhaul on what they do on offense. I think over there in Philly.
It was said last week that Hurts hates A.J. Brown so much. He's the one holding the team back.
Well, I think too that they're pretty much they don't do anything to throw anybody off on offense. It's just line up, no real schemes. So I think everybody's got them down from last year to this year. I think that's a big thing too. So I think it's problems all the way around that, AJ Brown, of course, him being the, I guess you could say, the loudest in the room, it gets, he gets the focal point. But the running game hasn't been there. That's been a big issue. Yeah, and Jalen Hurts does, he does not take risks like that. He whenever he's feeling any kind of way about anything, and not having that running game, it hurts their offense. I think it's more of a schematic issue on their offense than anything. It's just that with that schematic issue, it's showing problems. I don't think that AJ Brown is a great route runner either. He doesn't create enough separation enough to help that out. So like I said, it's a lot of issues with their offense. That's the reason why I can't be sold
on. Okay. You know me. I'm just listening to you, man.
Oh yeah. No,
so I'm not like arguing with you or anything stupid like that.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I mean,
it's all good.
Everybody can have a difference of opinion. It don't bother me.
That's why I love doing this, because I listen to everybody's opinion. I just feel Philly sabotages themselves with this Jalen Hurts not liking AJ Brown, and I've seen when AJ Brown has berated him. I've seen that. In some ways, I don't blame him, but don't hold the rest of the team back just because you can't stand a star receiver. It's like I said, Philly gets back to the Super Bowl, they'll get rid of A.J. Brown. If they don't, Mike Florio said they're already exploring get rid of Jalen Hurts. One of them got to go.
My problem is, I think the problem is, I don't think, golly, I don't think their coach can manage the personalities well.
No, he can't. That's why Jalen Hurts doesn't respect him or the offensive coordinator.
So I think it's more of a thing of not only does Hurts not respect him, hell, the other players don't either.
I would agree with that. I definitely would agree with that. I agree. I think that that team has a lot of problems, and they hide it by guys being individuals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Barkley's an individualist. A lot of their players are individuals. So if that's what you like in your player, I would say good luck with that.
And it's and receivers typically have a individual type personality, but so that's why it takes a special coach or special coaches that can kind of rein all of that in, to make that work. And they just don't have it. I think that he's lost. He's lost the locker room. They've lost the locker room as far as and that imagine management of the personalities thing, and it's I think it's irreparable at this point.
No, I agree with what you're saying. I think Philly's an odd team. I said last year, I've never seen a team win more easier than they did last year. They didn't break a sweat.
No, they didn't. You're right. They didn't. Um, and
I
yeah,
mean,
Saquon didn't have to break a sweat last year.
no. And he showed what he can do when he's not playing for the Giants.
Yeah.
Offensive line, wide receivers. Should have broke the record, but his coach is an asshole, so he didn't want him to do it. You
Yeah,
know?
Dayball. Yeah, and he's gone now.
No, I'm
But
talking about Saquon with the Eagles. Could have broke the record
oh
last year.
yeah. I forgot about
And
that. That's
Sirianni said,
right.
no.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
want you to
that's right.
rest. Yeah.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah, yeah.
I think Saquon, if you give him truth serum, he would love to have both the record and the ring.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You
Without
know,
a doubt. Um,
Philly's fascinating, man. Like I said, I've been on Philly's radar since they went to the Super Bowl 3 years ago when they were robbed against the Chiefs.
oh yeah,
They fascinate me, Philadelphia.
that second stint with oh shoot, Nick oh gosh, what was his name? Golly. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
Which guy?
The quarterback.
Nick Foles?
Yeah,
Or
Foles,
or
yeah.
or
Foles.
what's his face?
No, I was talking about Foles because Carson Wentz
Okay,
always got hurt. So
yeah.
I never could, and I never could really buy it. I think whenever Foles won that one, I was hoping they were gonna win that second one because I was like, this is gonna because I was like, it was gonna force them to have to get rid of Carson Wentz if he had won that second one. I think. I just think that I think that Peterson and
Hmm.
Foles, they just clicked. They just clicked in a way that Peterson and Wentz didn't click.
I would agree with
When
that.
Foles was playing, I mean, not just those two, but the whole locker room. You could kind of feel the energy and the belief that they had from the players whenever Foles was out there on the field. It was different. It was a whole different energy from them. And I just think, Philly fucked up. But it is what it is.
I would agree with that. I agree with you. I mean, I think they effed up, and they're gonna have to redeem themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe. I definitely put them uh, number two, no, two or three, because Seattle right now is killing everybody they play, and they should have beaten LA 2 weeks ago, but the quarterback gagged what up as you knew.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that issue. Um, Stafford is just better than God. I don't even know why I'm drawing a blank on the name, but he's a better quarterback. He's more
Sam
so.
Donald.
Yeah, Darnold.
I
He's a
forget
better
his name
quarterback.
too, because I'm not too
forgettable. It just is what it is. Forgettable,
it
man.
is what it is. I
It,
would agree with that.
because I mean they've had previous unsuccessful stints, which is showing that had to do with the teams and the coaching that they were under too. To even so
I love
you
that coach out there, though. I love that
they
coach out there.
got them playing, man. Got them playing well. Um,
To me,
they are
that defense is unreal, man.
got them playing well. So yeah, that defense gives them all the opportunity to make play, time and opportunity to keep the game close for the offense to make plays.
See, what I like about him is he only cares about the defensive side of the ball because that's where he was bred in to be a head coach. He doesn't give a damn about the offense. Look at the guys who they got rid of. Look at the guys they brought in. No one expected Jingba to be this dominant this year. He went from, to me, being the best slot receiver in the game to now one of the best receivers in the game. That says a
they're
lot about him.
they're playing. It says a lot about him because Darnold feels the confidence in throwing it to him too. So, um, I forgot. Is Kraft still out or is he back for
Right?
Green Bay?
No, he's out for the year.
That's what I thought.
See,
That's what I
but this is
thought.
why I said when I did Green Bay a little while ago, they have the exact same offense they had 2 years ago. The difference is Josh Jacobs is there now.
Mm-hmm.
The backup running back is there now.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Jones didn't really play until the end of the year in the playoff games.
Gotcha.
He has the same exact team and did the same exact thing to Detroit 2 years ago on Thanksgiving in Detroit, what he did yesterday.
I got you.
And he took off from there. Never looked back.
I got you.
But he has to show me, because I love him. I'm not going to wave the pom-pom for him. He's going to have to show all of us he can do this consistently. Do I believe he can? Yeah. But listen to this, Aizen.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago next week. At Denver in 2 weeks. Chicago again in 3 weeks. Baltimore in a month from now. And then they end up with Minnesota. Now, Baltimore is not the same, but I believe they'll be fighting for a playoff spot in that game. But the Bears...
they'll be fighting for pride, but yeah.
The Bears, we're going to find out a lot about the Bears today. The next week, Bears got a tough schedule too.
And I think Minnesota has at least a credible defense.
Yeah, but Minnesota is going to finish last, and it looks like they're going to draft a new quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, their offense has struggled, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, but yeah. But I expect them, to play hard for defense. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Green Bay does have some very, very tough games. The Bears twice, and that defense up there in Denver. Those are those are the make or break games for their
Yeah, Colts got tough games. I was doing the schedule the other day. All these teams are winning now. They're going to have to earn it. Chicago, Green Bay, Detroit got a brutal schedule. And that's what I said about...
I think Dallas has got a pretty relatively, I don't want to say easy, but it's not as tough as those, correct? I think they've got a doable schedule. Let me look. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Okay, Lions, Vikings, Chargers. Yeah, they got a they got a real doable schedule, man. Yeah. Yeah, they got a real doable schedule left. They've got enough of a doable schedule left that they could win out their division. So yeah, because with that leg, the Lions dropped. I can't believe in them. Commanders, they can't take it. Vikings, believe they can beat them. Chargers and then Giants, man, yeah, they, yeah,
You hear me?
it's going.
You hear me?
Oh, I hear you now. My bad.
Okay, good. Go ahead, keep talking.
I was gonna say, yeah, they've got a pretty easy schedule, I think, for them to steal and get good position for the playoffs.
To me, the team who has the easiest is Tampa Bay, but they're all banged up. I mean, here's Tampa Bay. Okay. Arizona next week. Atlanta
Easy.
the week after.
Mm.
Who they got after that? Carolina, Miami. They got. Let me do it again. They have Arizona, Atlanta, New Orleans, at Carolina, at Miami, Carolina.
Yeah, it's easy, man. It's easy. But yeah, them being hurt does banged up. It does.
Back.
Yeah, it sets them back a lot.
I mean, but if they can get
because they were playing really solid there too for a while.
Yeah, into the injuries.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, man.
I forgot about that. Then the injuries happen, and
you know me,
you forget about them.
I keep up with this stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, without a doubt.
Let me ask you.
So
go ahead.
I was gonna say before you go that right now, minus injuries or anything happening, it looks like the field is laid for the Cowboys to finally have a decent postseason for once. I said decent, not great.
Here's the problem I have with what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
These other teams are not going to bow down against Dallas.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing that.
I mean, what happened if they play the Eagles again? What happened if they play Green Bay?
Talking about in the postseason, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. What happened if they play Green Bay and Green Bay is playing exactly what they did yesterday?
I would say Green Bay. If they get an early one against Green Bay, I think that that could be the one that's toss up. That's a game I can see going either way. I think them against
the Rams right now.
No, not the Rams, not the Rams. No, not the Rams, not the Rams. I was getting ready to say if they get matched up against the Eagles, I just really do not believe in the Eagles right now. I think that would be the luckiest thing that could happen to them. I really believe that. Them getting possibly matched up against the Eagles in the postseason, especially off the rip, will be the luckiest thing that could happen to them. I do not believe in the Eagles at all.
I agree with that.
But yeah, I was gonna say now the one with Green Bay, that could be a toss-up either way between them two. I think that would be it'd be a good, exciting football game. But it's one that damn, it's a game that I'm like, damn, that could go either way. And there's no slight against either team, it's one that their defenses are credible enough to where, I say credible, but Dallas defense has been playing really good here these past few games.
Let me ask you a question. Who do you believe in more? Parsons with 13.5 sacks right now, or the new Cowboy defense?
Oh, definitely Parsons. personally, Parsons. But I also I also believe in. Hey, I was gonna say too that fucking Pickens has been playing out of his mind this year too. That's why it's one where it's a game where any little edge, any little window of opportunity, either one can make it to make it a problem for either team. That's why I'm saying that. I'm saying it because I think they're both good enough to make it a great game, and I'm at a toss up. But yeah, no, I definitely believe in Parsons. Don't get me wrong. I definitely, he's been great. He's been great for the Green Bay defense.
When they made the trade, I think I told you this before, earlier this season, I felt it was a win-win because Dallas traded away their number one to the Jets to get Williams.
Right.
So to me, the trade's a win-win. Now, here's the question. Who do you believe will get to the Super Bowl first, Dallas or Green Bay?
Oh, God.
See, let me say this first. Am I impressed with Dallas? Yes. Can Dallas make noise? Yes. But I said this 3 years ago, Aizen, and everybody laughed at me. I said this is the year, 3 years ago, the Packers with this young core will make it to the Super Bowl. And I'm not picking them because I haven't seen enough of defense. But love the way he played yesterday. I've seen him do this before. So my thing is this. Can one of these teams go to Hollywood and beat the Rams? That's going to be my question. Okay, I know Seattle can because they're rival.
I was going to say whenever you started talking my thing was it was going to be difficult for me to see Dallas or Green Bay beating either, Seattle or St. Louis. I think that they can make them. I think that they can make the games interesting enough. I don't perceive it being, them just getting steamrolled, either team, by St. Louis or Seattle. I don't see them getting just steamrolled and it not being a game. But, if I'm putting my money, it'd be on, either Seattle or St. Louis to beat them.
I know what you mean when you say St. Louis. Yeah, I see who you mean when you say St. Louis. I just think the Rams are just in a different planet, man. The core is finally healthy. I love Kyron Williams, the running back. I just think that Stafford, to me, is the MVP of the league, but watch them find a way to give it to Dak Prescott, my man. I just think LA right now is clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, they may give it to Dak Prescott. I will say this. I would say their coach is probably the best coach of the year. I think he's done enough to earn that. Just because, I don't think anybody's seen them being able to compete the way that they have. And then, especially after trading away Michael Parsons. And then being able to get Williams from the Jets and their defense still being able to be a credible defense. Nobody saw that that Pickens was going to be able to have the year that he would have, especially when, it was 2 games ago whenever, Lamb had some drops, but they could count on Pickens to make it happen.
It will be interesting.
I think their offensive line has been pretty decent.
Yes. Running game has been good with
he's done. Williams. Their coach has done enough of a job, considering where,
they were.
To be honest, considering from where they start, for them to be in this position to be dangerous, and you have to watch out for them. I think he's done enough for him to win Coach of the Year this year.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, what Vrabel's doing in New England.
Yeah. It would go between those two, but I think New England's it was more expected versus the Cowboys from the start of the year. You see what I'm saying?
You really believe people in America believe the
Maybe not
Patriots?
everybody, but I mean anybody.
I know I was at the top of that list. I told everybody.
I think from a football standpoint of people that watched, I would say it was definitely more expected. It would be more expected for New England, for Vrabel to have, for them to be a better solid team versus,
I would agree with that.
Versus, how it started out. Like I said, they gave away Parsons. Everybody was expecting their defense to be shit.
I don't know about that, man.
Well, maybe not shit, but
No, not the defense. They got a lot for Parsons. Packers 2 number ones. Now, what will F it up for Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
Even though Dallas picks draft well, if both teams in the late 20s in the draft, then for Dallas that's a waste. Plus, Dallas don't got their pick this year. They have it next year. They gave it to the Jets.
I got
for
you.
Williams.
But between that and just, the Cowboys just, them finding ways to lose when it counts. I think I don't think anybody expected them to have this type of, this type of season that they've had so far.
I agree with you.
I mean, the only team that they couldn't, the only teams that they've had problems with so far this year that they played were the Bears, Broncos. Hell, they even had a competitive game against the Rams. It's 10 points. Well, no, that's preseason. They don't count. So, since the start of the season, the Bears and the Broncos are the only one that just stomped the crap out of them.
Yeah.
They've other than that, they've had they've been able to compete. They stopped the Chiefs. It looked just when it looked like the Chiefs are going to get some momentum, they stopped it dead in their tracks.
I can tell you enjoyed that the way you just chuckled.
Well, no, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I like it when the Cowboys lose. Myself personally, just because the fans and all that shit. They've been losing 20 years. My team been losing since the 70s. So, so it's funny. But
you're the only Dolphin fan I know. We get a kick out of seeing them lose the way they've been losing.
Yeah,
because we've been burnt for over 33 years. Bro.
Yeah, since 70. What they won in 71. So after that, 72.
They won in 73, the last time they won. So we're talking.
It was 73. I thought it was 71. My bad.
73. Okay. Trust me, I saw it.
So that was the perfect season was 73.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why I thought this perfect season was 71. Okay.
Yeah, but my point is, we're so used to the effing losing, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you. And others. I mean, 305, 305, yeah, you want to hear it.
I know someone who's a fan my way. They're of course they're not on YouTube, but my way, and we're both we both yeah. we both know. It's a shit organization, man. I'm just going. I can't take them seriously at all. I mean, they will not. They don't even really listen to credible advice from Dan Marino. So why would I take that story? Yeah, I've been knowing about that. I've been knowing about that.
Yeah, that's why he's a dumbass piece of shit owner.
Yeah.
You don't
So
listen to your greatest player, one of your greatest players. I know he ignores Larry Zonka. So what the hell he did when he did Marino like that? That was
yeah.
fucked up.
I mean, yeah. Y'all went and got two instead of Herbert when he told y'all to get Herbert.
Yeah, man. And Chris Greer will always be known as the quarterback that drafted Herbert over Tua. I mean, drafted Tua over
Tua over
Herbert,
Herbert, yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but hey, that's Miami, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't expect anything else from them.
Yeah, try the underhanded stuff to get the Brady. Doing, going trying to break the rules and do that crap. Then all the other stuff. So yeah, whenever it came out after after the Flores deal, I was like,
Yeah,
yeah. I see what this is, because Flores, they had some of the best years under him, considering the personnel on the field that he had.
yeah. And they effed that up.
They effed that up. Yes, they did.
With them, you just can't make this shit up, bro.
No, you can't.
It's sad, isn't it?
It's downright pathetic. But at
I
this
mean,
point, it's expected. I'll be right
yeah, and with me, I laugh at the fans, the Dolphin community. They're full of shit. 6 years ago, one of them had the audacity to say that Tua had the arm of God. That's how retarded and stupid that fan base is. You gotta be effing kidding me, Ace. Really? You know what the arm of God is? Did you see what Jordan Love did yesterday with the arm talent? Huh, Azen? Wait till Azen gets back. Azen gets back. Let me see if he's back. Oh, he's on hold. Okay. Let me see something. As I'm waiting for Azen, let me get back to what I was saying before. When you look at the teams right now, folks, in the NFL, Dallas and Houston are getting hot at the right time. Green Bay beats if they trounce the Bears next week, you have to put Green Bay in that category. That would be 4 wins in a row for them.
All right,
And we may be. The Rams will have challengers, even though I picked them to go to the Super Bowl back at the day of the Saturday of the draft. That's when I make my Super Bowl predictions. I make all my predictions because free agency is a month and a half before the draft. So you already know what teams did in free agency, what they're going to do for the season. And I said the Rams, every prediction I made except the Raiders came true. I said the Raiders will be improved. They suck ass. I said New England will be the most improved team in football. They 10-2. I said the Bears and the Panthers will take steps forward. They'll be very improved. And I said with the Rams, the Buccaneers, who can still win out and get 12 wins and make a run at it if they all come back healthy. I think Baker's going to play Sunday. And Eagles, now you got to put the Cowboys in the equation. Of course, Seattle. You got to put those teams in the equation. So what I'm saying is that I don't think there's the teams who are competing for those spots in the A.F.C. are afraid of the Chiefs or the Bills at all. That's
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, hell, looking at this A.F.C. picture, the Chiefs right now probably on the outside looking in.
I don't think they make it.
Yeah, they on the outside looking in. Hell,
they got a brutal schedule.
whoever wins the A.F.C. North, so they're going to get theirs in. the Jaguars, the Chargers, and the Bills, they're all 7-4. So they would have they'd be in the hunt, and then the Texans have a better record than the Chiefs at 6-5.
Yeah.
And then the Steelers have a better. Well, like I said, whoever wins out. So if it ended up being one of them having to face between the Jaguars, Chargers, and the Bills, I mean, somebody's gonna make it in, and they're on the left. They're left on the outside. Yeah, I don't see the Chiefs even getting into the playoffs at this point.
I don't think so. I agree with you. I don't think so. I think that loss to Dallas yesterday was damning for them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Absolutely
That was huge.
Damning for them.
That was huge.
Yeah. I think that really hurts them, man. Because I'm looking at them and I'm like saying, bro, really? That's what I'm saying about them. Yeah. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
So you told me you like LA and Chicago in the N.F.C. Okay. Who you like in the A.F.C.?
Of course, New England.
Okay.
God dang.
If you notice, I'm not even arguing with you.
Um,
And I can see it. Very easily I can see it. Because if people think that Josh Allen, and we'll have that game, by the way, 2 weeks from Sunday, when they go to New England, the Bills.
mm-hmm.
You may see the end of the Bills in 2 weeks. And I said it up here, Miami and the Bills had 6 years to get their act together, get to a championship or a Super Bowl. None of them did it, and now New England's back.
Yeah. Gosh, this is gonna be a tough one because if the Texans can win some games,
I think they got the Chiefs next Sunday night.
Okay. If they can win some games to edge in there to be in the hunt, to be in the playoff picture, they may can squeeze past the Broncos.
I think they catch the Colts.
Okay. So if they can win the A.F.C. South, ooh, God. Because like I said, I just don't. I mean, it's hard. It would be hard for me to, to just be like the Broncos have no shot. I just don't. I'm just not sold on the combination of Sean Payton and Bo Nix. Their defense, yes, I believe it's solid, but I just, I don't know.
The Bo Barbecue?
Yeah, I don't think it's just him. I think it's, like I said, I do not believe in Sean Payton like that outside of, Drew Brees. I think that was it for him. I really do. I think that was it for him. So I just cannot. Yeah, I just cannot. The Colts, they cannot. They're too on the road. They they have no running game on the road. So then you're having to depend on your quarterback to win the game for you, and I just don't see it. It's it would go down between after New England, it'd go down between the Broncos and if I think the Texans will get on a winning streak here, and I think it will go down between those two. But I still I still think that New England is just that much better than everybody.
Okay. Well, you're high on the Pats. I give you that.
I can't, man. It's hey, man. They made a believe out of me, man.
I feel you, man. because I'm
Heck,
high on
Vrabel
them
was a
too.
great coach in Tennessee. Um, I think
He
he did a
sure
real
was.
job when he was there.
What
So,
to me, what ended up happening, you will agree with what I'm about to say.
mhm.
The Patriots went from a lost franchise to getting the best coach in that division.
Okay,
Vrabel's clearly the best coach in that division because McDermott's
yes,
scared to lose.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
rank them. I'll do it like this. I'll go Vrabel, Aaron Glenn, McDermott, then McDaniel in Miami.
okay, okay.
Yeah, that's
But
the way.
Vrabel
That's
by but Vrabel by a long shot.
yeah. The
They
second they hired Vrabel, I said they got the best coach in that division.
they they're doing they're it. He fits what they need. Um, and then still having Josh McDaniel there as the offensive coordinator. Um, their game plan on offense, committed to running, having a balance between running the football effectively and having a credible passing game, and believing in Drake May. Their defense is solid. I think what they've got a top rating run defense, I believe, isn't it? Um, so which is good for the postseason. They 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 play really good on the road, um, which right now it's not looking like they'd have to worry about that.
The
But
only two losses for them are is at home.
they're home,
They
yeah,
undefeated on the road.
they're yeah.
They got
So
at the Jets. Who else they got? It's a bad team. They play at the Jets. They got Buffalo and Miami at home, and they got the Giants at home. So they got Buffalo and the Jets left as home as road games.
okay,
I mean, not Buffalo. They have the Jets.
Miami.
No, they already beat. They already won in
No,
Miami.
they beat us on the road. Yeah, so
Week
we're
2,
home
y'all
game.
home
Yeah,
opener.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
it.
So right now, like I said, when you're looking at New England, they're in excellent shape.
Yeah, they got Ravens and Jets on the road. That's what it is.
Yeah, the Ravens. Yeah, they're gonna. They could win both the way the Ravens look right now.
Yeah, they could win out the rest of the damn. They very
I
well
think
could win out the rest of their 5 games. Well,
I
yeah,
think
5 games.
Buffalo has one more fight in them against them. That's gonna be it for the Bills. They lose that, they're done. That whole Josh Allen bullshit that they've been talking the last 7 years is done.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if they can go into New England and win. They may give them a good shot, but I don't know if they can go in there and win.
What's
That's
up,
my.
Auntie?
What's going on, Mace?
You're good,
What's up,
man.
man?
Happy belated Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Appreciate it. You too.
Yeah, I hit you up yesterday in IG wishing you happy Thanksgiving. Everybody hit me up, so I hit everybody up. So,
Nah, I appreciate it.
not a problem, family. I assume you're up here to talk a little NBA.
No, I mean, I watched the games yesterday. I was listening to what you guys were saying. Um, with the NFL, I agree that. Well, I want to believe that the Chiefs are done, but history doesn't say that. You really can't kill that team, bro.
They lose
They
to Houston
literally
next
won't
week.
go away.
They lose to Houston next week. That's 7 losses.
That I would agree. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just a
No,
little
I
cheap.
understand. You gotta give the Chiefs the benefit of the doubt because
Yeah.
of what they've done the last 7 years. I do it definitely agree. I'm not a Chief hater up here. I just look at logic. That's
Yeah,
what I look at.
I'm not a hater either. But golly,
And, I mean, that was a tough loss, for him yesterday. Definitely a tough loss. Um, I didn't think they were gonna take that loss. Um, Yeah, that's a tough loss.
I had
They
my
they
mother
needed that.
yesterday. She was furious, but they lost to the Cowboys.
I'm not gonna lie. I considered it as a very well possibility. Um, it kind of did not surprise me. Now they're saying I didn't expect them to get steamrolled, which they didn't really. It was still competitive, but I really did think that it was very possible that they could lose that game yesterday.
Ravens, a Cowboy fan in the chat, he said he said that we loved it in Dallas, beating
I
Mahomes.
mean, well, you guys get to play spoiler because the look. I know Mace put it in the title, but the Cowboys ain't going no damn where. That's it. That was
Oh, you
one of
mean
the
you mean the
that was a
Cowboys?
spoiler win. The hell you gonna do with that? You still, the Cowboys still got to string some more wins together. I personally don't think they can do it. Now they looked great yesterday. I will not take away from them. But oof, I don't see it for the rest of the season.
Wow. Okay. You know me up here, unless
They're gonna
someone
have
says
to put
something
together
outrageous,
another three or
I'm
four
not going to
wins.
yell and scream at you.
I'm just saying they're gonna have to put another 3 or 4 wins together, bro.
They end the year with the Giants and the Redskins on the road, and a banged up Minnesota team.
Banged up Minnesota. Um, Chargers is probably about the most solid team that they'd
Yeah,
have to play.
Chargers and Detroit on next Thursday. Yeah, so Auntie, I
I'm
agree
only
with you.
saying it because they're on the outside looking in. If they had a spot to maintain, I'd say they're all right, man. But
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that it does look like it's too far gone.
No,
Uh,
not at all,
it won't.
bro.
If
Not
the
at all.
Eagles implode, man,
No, I'm not
well,
talking
I
about
don't
the
think
Eagles.
winning the division is an option.
Okay. What I was gonna say was that for Dallas, these other teams in NFC are not just gonna go away. Remember, the Niners, they're gonna beat I forgot who they play this week. They play another
ooh,
also round. They're gonna be 9-4 going to their bye in 2 weeks, the 49ers. I mean next week, the 49ers. They're gonna be 9-4.
who are they playing next?
Oh, I gotta think.
You know who
Cleveland.
they're
Cleveland. They go to Cleveland.
okay.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
cold in Cleveland Sunday, I will say that.
mm, that could be one of the. That
Brock
cold game could
Purdy.
be the one that they could drop. We'll see.
Brock
Uh,
Purdy, that was ridiculous last Monday night. I did the game up here because of Carolina,
mm,
and he threw 3 picks early in the second quarter. He had 3 picks.
mm. Yeah, a cold game. That could be one they could drop. Go to 8-5. So we'll see.
Yeah, you're right.
Um,
Don't know. Don't know. Auntie, you happy with your quarterback?
No,
mm,
um, I'm not happy with anything going on. In Big Blue, bro. Um, but I gotta eat it, so I'm not arguing it.
No, 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 no. The reason why I say that because up here, a lot of Giant fans are ecstatic about Jackson Dart. Fan base
They
loving
got
it.
issues, bro.
I
They
feel you.
got issues. Too
I love
high on
it.
the highs, not low enough on the lows.
mm.
This is a low. Okay.
Cowboys in 2030. We got to get reach Jarvis just a draft run.
I,
And
you know
keep
that. Oh, my
soaking. That's
bad.
what Raven Knight said in the
Yeah, I
chat.
mean, whatever, bro. I'll eat it, but at the end of the day, at least my team has seen three Super Bowls in 30 years. Can you
Yeah,
say
you're
that?
right about that.
Mm, mm.
I'm going to go to the NBA because I made a
You know,
prediction
can
back
you
in
say that,
September.
Raven?
He's
Yeah.
laughing in the chat. NP like a Nick eating his sandwich right now. I'm gonna
I don't
leave that
even
alone.
think I don't even think the boys saw a damn championship game.
In 30 years, yes, I say that all the time up here. Yes, yes, I do say it. Ravens cracking up. I said up here back in September that the one team I think in the East is going to really make some waves is Toronto. I want to hear from both of you. First, you, Auntie, then Azen. What do you think of the Raptors so far? With
I mean,
Glorilla and
they're
Coach.
up there. No, they're up there. They look good, but they're not built for the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah, they're not built for the playoffs. They're built for the regular season, and they look
Mhm.
good right now. But they remind me of what Houston looked like last year.
Yeah, but
Mm.
2 years ago, I said Houston was going to be a 52, 53 win team, and they ended up winning 53 games.
And I agreed with you, but
Yeah, you
I
sure
think I
did.
also told you I was like they're also a first round exit if they get the
Yeah,
wrong matchup.
yeah,
I
because they
told
have
you
to
that.
get their feet wet, but they do have the coach.
I said it as a 1, 2, 3 seed, bro. They will lose in the first round
And they
with
did.
home court advantage, and they
And they
did.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, and it really Jalen Green having uh single digit games in the playoffs really kind of
That's why he's in Sacramento right now, right? He's in one of
He's in
the four
Phoenix.
places.
he's in Phoenix.
He's in Phoenix. Phoenix is 11. I think they're 12-7.
Yeah, I mean he's a better fit over there. Right now, I mean they want to put it on Jalen Green. I'm not gonna put it on Jalen Green. That was a pretending team. They were hunted. I got a friend of
Okay.
mine that's a Rockets fan.
Mm.
I told him I was like, bro, you guys were hunted, bro.
Yeah,
Everybody was trying to get that damn 7 seed, bro.
I can agree with that.
No, nobody wanted the 4. Nobody wanted the 5. Nobody wanted the 8 or the 6. They wanted the 7 seed just
let
for
me
y'all because y'all
yeah,
were beatable.
let me ask you this: are you surprised LA is 13-4?
No, because there was no LeBum for what 10 of those games, or I'm sorry, like 13, 14 of those games.
Or whatchamacallit was out for a while. I'm kind of surprised, but
I'm very
Luca
surprised.
was out for a while too. I think
Yeah, you're right.
Austin Reeves did a great job while both of them, were down there recovering in the D League.
Yeah. Okay. The five
Yeah,
teams I told NT would be great in the West. One of them is the worst. Okay. And
yeah.
I'll get to
Uh,
that team.
I,
I'll
I
get to
I
them.
told you that was likely going to happen with Dallas, bro.
And the
Well,
Nick
like,
room is where AD is swirling like crazy right now.
things will be better when Kyrie comes back. If they still got AD,
I don't think they will. I think they'll get rid of that contract.
but if the season is just a wash, then they're moving AD.
Yeah.
But
They
you know,
need a point guard. They need a backup point guard.
if they can get to 500 somehow, some way by the end of January,
Hmm.
February when Kyrie comes back,
Yeah.
then I think they can make a push.
Okay.
But if
Azen,
they're not at 500, they'll
okay.
scrap it.
Azen, what do you think of Toronto? Then I'll go right back to the West. Your opinions of
Okay.
the Raptors so far.
Um, I think they're a pretty decent team. I do think that they, with the right matchup, they're beatable
Hmm.
in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm not as sold on them as I am the Pistons. And then, golly, talk about Miami coming out, getting Norman Powell, and being right there in the mix, man. It's
Yeah. You ain't lying.
especially with Spoelstra as coach. They're in a really good position.
Auntie, let me ask you this. I didn't know this kid was this good, and I can hear from both of you. This kid Cunningham got Detroit with the best record in the league.
Yeah, no,
In
he's that good.
Oklahoma.
He's that
Mhm.
good. He's that
I
good.
buy Detroit
And he's been
because of
that
their
good.
legacy. I buy
Not to
Detroit.
be honest, he's been that good.
Okay. I buy Detroit though. I do because of their history. They
No,
go to N.F.L.
Cade Cunningham has been that good.
Is he the MVP so far? To you, or is it Luca? Is it?
Nah, the MVP is the Joker, bro. Come on,
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
it's not
Jokic.
even close.
Well, the way the NBA does it,
Hell up out of here, bro. I ain't doing
no,
that
no,
again.
hold on. The way the NBA does it, they take it away from him and give it to somebody else. Do you really believe Hill against Alexander was the MVP last year? I sure don't.
I mean, bro, because the thing is, because you can give it to the best player on the best team. If
That's
you're
what
not going to
happened.
give it to just the guy that's had the best season, then you can give it to the best player on the best team.
Number one
That's
thing.
usually what the way the MVP goes.
Yeah, but hold on. NT, the first two Jokic won. They wasn't the best team in the league.
No, but he had the best season.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's what
saying.
I'm saying. You either give it to the player with the best season, or you give it to the best player on the best team.
I think, and me and you talked about this a couple of years back. Aizen, I want to hear your opinion. Me and you agreed. Jokic is the best player in the world.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, he is. I think Wemby will get there, to be in that conversation regularly. But yes,
I'm
he
gonna do a show in probably in a couple of weeks, and it's gonna be because Jason Whitlock, old Fat Boys, and I love Jason. He's in heaven right now, but the Black American athlete is dying away, and they're replaced by Caribbeans, Africans, Europeans, and I'm gonna do a show on is the Black American athlete really dead in America in professional sports? I'm gonna do that show.
mm,
I think it's gonna be good.
It would be a good show, but all right. So
I don't know about for football, but basketball. Mm,
Europeans are the top 5 players in the world, man. You go Jokic, you go Giannis, Doncic, SGA. That's 4 right
well,
there.
well, he's not. He's not. You can't. He's not European because he's from
No,
Canada.
no, no. What I mean
But
by
he's not
European,
American.
I'm
He's not
talking.
American though.
Yeah, I'm talking outside the U.S.
Okay, I got
That's
you
why
there.
I said Caribbeans, Africans, Europeans. But Whitlock made a great point last week. But they've taken over American sports, and he blamed it on baby mama. But the
which is
kids,
BS.
but the
BS.
black kids of today are more feminine because they grew up in a one-parent household.
I I don't. Yeah, I can't. I can't put it all on that.
And I want you
Um,
guys up here to
I
be
know
on
what to
the
put
panel
it
when I do
on,
that show.
and I don't appreciate Whitlock saying that. Now, granted, bro, I would be okay with he's got a conservative narrative to push,
Well, you know he's a
so
coon
he has
guy.
to do that.
He's a
Um,
coon.
we all know why. It's um, the AAU culture.
All right,
That's
I
what
got
it
both of
is.
you up here. Hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question for both of you. Do you agree with Jordan, but he blamed LeBron while the NBA is dead?
Yeah,
I
I
do
agree
too.
with that.
mm,
I've been saying that since I started
I
this
mean, I'm not
platform
gonna.
5 years
I
ago.
LeBron
can.
is AAU culture, though. He's the epitome of it.
Yes,
So,
I agree.
Mhm.
but that's what I would do. I would blame that. Um, little things like it's like they say, like the dunk contest. And I told you this. All Star Weekend was the NBA's baby. It was
Yes, it
It
was.
something that
was,
they had over every other league in the world, and there was nothing else like it.
and now,
Nothing else like it, no experience like it for the fans. And for him, for as soon as LeBron James, and I'm not going to put it all on LeBron, but because remember, he was pissed that he didn't get selected as an all-star his first season, so he refused to compete in that dunk contest.
Yeah.
So because he didn't do it, D Wade didn't do it either.
Everybody else who's a star name didn't do it except Aaron Gordon and
And no other stars. Well, okay, Aaron Gordon really wasn't a star then. Remember, I think Aaron Gordon, didn't he just make his first All Star team if he even made the damn thing?
yeah.
So he wasn't even an All Star yet.
Well, he was
Um,
considered the best dunker in the
but
world back then.
Donovan Mitchell, I think, was the last player to
it was a
to
star.
make an All Star team. That like last star player that competed in the dunk contest, bro. That's a
Well,
bad. That's bad.
I'll say this too. I think I don't think you had to necessarily be a star or all-star caliber player to compete in the dunk contest. As long as you were a star as far as dunking was concerned, you were a
No,
star.
that's not cool though. Hey,
Well,
and I'm gonna tell
because
you
I
why. No, it's on the stars. This is all
I agree.
star.
Okay, I get what
So
you're
it's
saying.
on the stars. So you got to do it at least once. The iconic All Star games, with the exception of Kobe, um, and he was just an All Star the next year, so it didn't really matter. But at this, and everybody knew he was on his way up. But all of them, from Vince Carter to Dominique to Jordan. Remember, Clyde Drexler used to compete in it every damn year.
But,
These guys were
but
all stars
wait,
when
but
they
don't.
competed. To be honest, I thought it was BS that you shouldn't even be at All Star Weekend if your ass ain't no damn All Star
You don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
or a specialist.
Don't get me wrong. What I'm everybody that you named that was an all-star, they were also a star dunker.
Yeah.
So you're right about the case, for LeBron James being wrong for not doing it, because he was an all-star, a star, and a dunker. I was making a case towards for Aaron Gordon at the time.
Aaron Gordon was fine because he, just like you said, he
Right.
was a star dunker.
Right. That's what I was making my case for.
And they at least put on a show. But I mean, I blame LeBron because he set the stage for guys like D Wade to not go into it,
and other stars.
And then of course, look at this: Zion didn't compete in it. Ja Morant didn't compete in it.
Right.
The list goes on and on.
Yeah. No.
Of high flyers. Anthony Edwards didn't compete in it. Like they feel as though it's above them or something.
Right. Now,
or they're above it.
Yeah,
from that point, I completely agree with you, Auntie. From that point, yes.
And that's why they feel like they're above it, because
he started the culture.
Felt like he was above it.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, he started that culture. Yeah, my bad. I guess I should have clarified that. I was just making it a point for the Aaron Gordon being in the dunk contest part of it, because I mean, hell, when I think about Gerald Green, wasn't a fucking all-star, but he was a star dunker.
Yeah, I mean,
he made it.
Gerald Green had an NBA career.
Yeah, he had a good solid career. I'm not trying to take it away.
Mainly strictly because of his damn jump.
Right. That's what I was getting at for the
out of high school because of his dunks.
Right. That's what I was getting at. Yeah, that's what I was getting at for the Aaron Gordon part of it. But yes, you are completely.
I think Gerald Green was literally drafted just to get into the dunk contest.
That man can hop,
because that's really all he could do. He got a little bit better later on.
He got a credible jumper later on. Now
later on in his career, yes, he did. But those years,
he still had a decent one when he was in Boston.
But he was there for the highlight stuff.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
He got 3 rings out of his career. I'll tell you that.
Not Gerald Green.
Yeah, he won in San Antonio. He won in Toronto. And I forgot the other place he won at.
Damn.
Yeah, he got something out of it. Yeah, he got something out of it.
He won in San Antonio. He wasn't even on the damn court. I know you're thinking Danny Green.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We're talking about Gerald Green.
Okay.
Because back then,
I was about to say, hell no, not Gerald Green.
And back then, I wasn't watching the NBA. I did not start watching the NBA again until I built this channel. I missed 10 years because of my illness. I had to sacrifice sports, believe it or not, except football.
But I still believe. Look,
yeah, you're right.
The way All-Star Weekend was set up, you had the rookie sophomore game that was supposed to. The celebrity game would be on that Friday night. Whatever rookie sophomore game would be on Saturday. That's it. If anything, maybe the rookies and sophomores might compete in the dunk contest or whatever, but you still needed some all-stars. But and then the real stars come out on Sunday. That's the way it was always supposed to be. Now nobody cares, man. And that I'm just saying it wasn't just the dunk contest, but because of that kind of just like set the tone for guys to not give a damn about All-Star Weekend, period. And that's why the game itself sucks. The game sucks. Nobody even cares who wins the 3-point shootout. You got centers shooting in it.
The All-Star game is a glorified pickup game
Well, let me
with
ask you
no
about this
defense.
year's game. If you don't know, it's going to be USA against the world. Who do you think wins?
I'm not fond of that. I'm not fond of that.
The world is loaded.
They didn't have to change anything. They didn't have to change that. Yeah, the world is loaded. They should beat those guys, but I'm like that's worse than the team LeBron, team Giannis crap, or
Oh,
or
that
or,
was
or,
garbage.
or
That
team
was all
Chuck
fixed. If
versus
you didn't
team
realize,
Shaq.
LeBron had all
I
the
think
best
that's just
players.
worse. Now I was cool with that if you wanted to do that with rookies versus sophomores, like just have something like that, like Team World, or maybe Team USA versus Team Europe, and then Team World, whatever. I was cool with that, but I don't think that shouldn't be like that for the big game. It shouldn't. East versus West was plenty.
Oh, you
I
guys
think
started
the
on.
problem is that they had to do it to shake something up because of the problem that LeBron started, as you
Yes, that's what
stated.
Jordan blamed him for everything. You got a starting lineup of SGA and Luca in the backcourt. Giannis, um, Jokic, and I forgot the other big man's name.
Wemby,
Yeah, Wembayama in the
Oh
starting
God,
lineup. That's
God dang!
going to be a bad night for the NBA. And you know the
that.
sad thing is, these European guys, they're going to take it very seriously and very personal because
Well, I think that's probably what they're trying to do. They're trying to
Make it more serious.
no, they're trying to piss these Americans off
Okay.
so that way they come out and compete because you're gonna get mollywopped and y'all are gonna hear about it. But I mean,
I don't think at
that's
this point, Auntie, I don't even know if they'll care to compete.
I know they won't. I think they're gonna lay down. They're just gonna hear about it when they lose by 60 points.
And then
'Cause
bitch
that's
about
what's gonna
everybody.
happen. They're gonna lose by 60 points. Now maybe Steph Curry will help them to keep it close.
And then bitch whenever everybody shits on them.
Don't let Steph Curry decide to sit out his 17th season. They're
Mhm.
done.
I was telling people who come in my
They're gonna
room
lose by 60.
how much Americans hate the dream team. America hates that dream team, man.
Bro. They are going to get blown out by
I agree.
60 damn points
I
if
agree.
Steph Curry isn't there to keep that game close.
Yeah, it's
I'm
going to
gonna
be a
be
bad
honest.
one.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Just because he's competitive, this would be the one game that they would need Jimmy Butler on the damn USA team. I'll be honest.
Jimmy can't help them, bro. I only say Steph because he shoots the three. That's the only thing that's gonna keep them in there, bro.
Well, let me get back to it. I'm gonna stick in the West. You got San Antonio.
He the only reason to save their ass at the Olympics, bro. Let's keep it
You
real.
got San Antonio. You got Houston. You got Denver, OKC, and the Lakers. Of that five, and I said this back, and Auntie disagree with me. I'm gonna take the Lakers out for a second. The other four. Do you buy one of those four will win the NBA title this year?
Say that again. Repeat those four again.
San Antonio, Houston, Denver, Oklahoma City. Would you agree one of those four is going to win the title?
I'll say one of two.
Okay. You think a team in the East can beat one of these teams?
No. So you can give it to OKC or you can give it to Denver.
I would agree with that. I'm a Rockets fan, and I would agree with that.
I don't know, man.
That's it. I mean,
I think
the Pistons, and I'm a Knicks fan, but neither one of them are gonna. The Knicks can't beat Denver or OKC.
You think the Knicks can beat that loaded gun in Houston, bro?
Houston's not going to the finals, bro.
I don't know, man.
Houston can't get past OKC or Denver.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see them getting past those two either.
Well, why don't you tell me why? Because to me, their big man, to me, gives Jokic more problems than anybody else in the league.
Don't get me wrong.
Every big man gives Jokic problems defensively. That's not a problem.
I think
And
yeah, I
can you
mean
pronounce
Jokic
his name for
isn't
me, please?
Jokic isn't athletic, but
Sangoon.
Sengun. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's one of my
Sengun.
favorite players.
I like
Alfred
Sengun. I do like him.
I'm a big fan of his.
I think that what Jokic brings offensively and as a leader for his team is just so much more valuable. I mean, if he's not on the floor, Denver can't even compete.
Oh yeah, that's proven. They're OKC.
And I don't think that he's just bad defensively, as everyone else at his position is just more athletic than him.
They were OKC.
Yeah, OKC. I can't. Ain't no way Houston can compete with them. They're really good defensively. Shea, I mean, they don't even. Shea hasn't even been. He hasn't even been playing in the fourth quarter. They've been dominating so good. They haven't even needed him for the fourth quarter.
They were San Antonio.
San Antonio, as long as they're healthy, yeah, I think that they're a tough team as long as they're healthy. Especially as long as Wemby is healthy. He does so much for their defense as far as being a rim protector.
You say rim protector, I say he's rougher on that damn perimeter.
Yeah, I said that 3 years ago.
Yeah, my bad. He's rough all. Yeah, he's rough as a defender perimeter too.
I got laughed at up here.
Huh?
True.
I said the exact thing 3 years ago. I said all he has to do is stand when guys want to shoot the 3-point shot. He'll just stand there and block it. He don't have to jump.
He's a problem on the perimeter. Yeah. The rim, I get it, but he's rougher on the perimeter, which is the way the way they play in the NBA now. That just makes him more of a problem.
Yeah, I can't argue that. Well, but the other thing I'm thinking is too, because even if they can do something to get by him, his ability still to be able to recover and still block it at the rim.
Okay.
But yes, him being able to guard the perimeter too.
You can load, like, you can literally play like a 1-2-3 zone with Wemby.
I said this 3 years ago, gang. I said he was going to
something that's damn near unheard of on the professional level, but you can play a 1-2-3 zone, which is instant rim protection anyway. And all he's got to do is contest, and it's damn near impossible.
Yeah,
to get a shot off.
Best kid I've seen come out in a long time.
Yeah, he's
win by him.
Yeah, and I think he's got they play really well together. So I think Castle's been doing really good. So they get enough from their other guys offensively too, as well as defensively. And what I think is Fox back yet?
Yeah, he just came back.
So they've been really solid with him being gone. I think Wemby had missed a couple games too, maybe. So they're pretty dangerous. They
remind me of OKC, just younger.
OKC is still they're just a better team defensively, and in transition. So I still like their chances. I mean, because San Antonio has Wemby, they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
Right,
I do agree.
They're just going to be a really tough out. But I don't think they have enough yet.
I think they need to grow together,
yeah.
like OKC did 2 years ago when they lost to Dallas.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they have enough yet, and they really don't have, because Wemby is their identity, and that's not how you win championships in today's NBA. But they will still be a tough out.
I agree.
But as soon as they get an identity, a real identity, instead of just having great players that just do what great players do, they'll be all right. Now, granted, I would say that they could go further if Popovich were on those sidelines.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know who this coach is.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's still Popovich's system, and I get that, but you're still not on the sidelines. So, um, that's what I agree with you. They're just gonna have to grow into that because, like I said, if Popovich were on the sidelines, you would know by the time playoffs come around, that
They'll
team
be ready
has
to
that
go.
identity,
Right,
Yeah,
right,
I
so you
would
don't have
agree
to
with that.
worry about it. Yeah.
I
right.
agree. I'm not
But
going to
right
talk
now, I
about.
don't think they have an identity.
I'm not going to talk about Minnesota because I told Auntie that Minnesota. I think their window was 2 years ago, and these teams in the West have gotten better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me and Asian was talking about that with football, where he loves the Patriots, and I told him, hey, nobody in the AFC is going to be scared of Buffalo or KC, but in the NBA, the way I look at it, and I haven't really watched games. I watched a couple of Blazer games because I got the package. Speaking of that, let me ask both of you about this. Do you like what you see from Amazon Prime? Do you like what you see from the new NBC showing games at 11 o'clock at night on Tuesday nights from the West Coast?
Um, I haven't had any issues with Amazon Prime
Okay.
NBC. Of course, on NBC, it'll never be back. It'll never be to the height that it was in the '90s. I think it's decent. Um, I mean, and the whole reason it's that way is, I mean, it was David Zaslaw's fault. I mean, I'm going to be honest about it. This idiot saying that they do not need NBA and basketball is the whole reason why this happened.
Who said this again?
David Zaslaw, he's over TNT, Warner Brothers, Discovery,
Oh,
all
that
that.
guy. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
Him,
Amazon beat them out for the
Amazon and
AT&T
NBC,
package.
they fell because of that.
Okay. How about you, Ant? You like what you see, or you rather?
I mean, it's as good as it's gonna get.
I'll tell you something personal that I do believe. You know my boy Sean, Big Money, and you know he's a Nugget fan, diehard since Iverson. And the night before this, I think it was the weekend of the season was going to start. I told him, hey, yo, you can watch every Nugget game for $16 a month. He jumped on it.
Mm.
Me, I jumped on the $24.99. Where I'm going with this is the NBA is saying I'm going to use our people, us. We are giving these games away to you for a cheap price, and they still don't buy the NBA package. And what that tells me is, like I've been saying all along, 85% of all NBA fans are casuals. Do you guys
Yeah,
agree?
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's not just that,
Maybe
bro.
even more.
Well, look, even the diehard NBA fans agree that the regular season sucks.
You know
Like
what I
it
say about
sucks. It's
that?
it's a 3-point shootout every night.
You know what I say
Um,
about that though, Auntie? Two things. One, I want to see my team play because they're never on TV. And number two, it could be a snowy night. You know how it is up here. It could be a snowy night, and I'm going to be bored. And if I look at the NBA card and there's some good matchups on, I want to watch it.
You know what, Auntie, to that point you were making about them saying the fans saying that it sucks the regular season. I'm gonna be honest. The NBA fan is the reason for that.
Oh yeah,
They're
I
the
agree.
reason for it because of not wanting defense. They basically changed the rules to where if you breathe on somebody, you can't even defend anybody anymore to have a competitive, decent game worth watching. Between
blame
that,
Aiden,
the fans for that.
huh?
yes,
Yeah,
I'm not
yes, you
blaming the
do.
fans for that because the fans support in the playoffs.
Yeah, no. Auntie,
The,
here
the,
you
the
go.
fans
Aiden.
support in the playoffs, dude. I'm
No, you're right
blaming.
about that. You're right about that. But this is something that me and Aizen agreed on. Aizen, tell Auntie what you thought of the NBA Finals this past year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was the best finals. Oh my God. In what, 8 years, maybe?
for me since San Antonio, Detroit, and that was 20 years ago.
I mean, it was the best finals in a long time.
Yeah, for me,
But
San Antonio,
people were
Detroit.
bitching about it because my other point that I was going to make, because the only thing the fans care about is fucking names, not actual basketball.
Mhm.
Names.
Casuals. Yeah.
And it was a hell of a competitive finals.
It's a
I knew
great
it would be.
series.
I knew it was going to be great.
I did too.
I hate Halliburton end up getting hurt the way he did and turn his
Game
Achilles. But god dang, I knew that it was going to be a great finals. It was the best finals we had in years.
Yeah.
Look,
Since
I'm a Knicks fan, and I had no
Okay.
problem with it. People were like, "Oh well, would you rather see the Knicks play?" Nope. I was fine with the team that made it there. That being the Pacers,
Mhm.
I was fine with it.
I did that series, and I was
They were a
never.
better team. They were better prepared, better coached, and they gave OKC a better fight than the Knicks could have.
They were
I
a better
did.
matchup.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did that
and
series.
just like you said, the better matchup.
I did that series, and I was never more excited to do NBA basketball because I knew every game would be competitive, and the
Yeah.
MVP of the league was playing in it. And when I told my mother that SGA was the MVP of the league, my mother said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, he's the MVP of the league, Mom. He's the best player in the world, even though he's not." My mother know who Jokic is. She respects the hell out of Jokic.
Everybody loves the Joker.
Yeah,
Man, Joker is
but she
I know my
saw
mother loves the Joker too, bro. She loves him.
yes, and she saw SGA, and was it game? What game was it that was it game 4 when no game 3 when OKC uh came back in the second half and he went off in the second half. He had a horrible first half. And my mother said, if he's the MVP of the league, he's one hell of a player. Because my mother is the believe it or not, my mom is the big sports fan in the family. And I know Aunt T's going to love what I'm about to say. She's been a Knicks fan for 58 years, bro.
God dang.
My mother's like me when it comes to the Dolphins. She remembers her memories of the Frazier and Monroe guys. She don't give a damn about Ewing because they didn't get it done for her.
My mom was more basketball. My mom didn't really look at football, but she
My
loved basketball.
mom, she's back with the Knicks now. She never left. This, but she didn't because now she knows the players because she watches them every night.
Okay.
So she rides and dies with her Knicks.
I think my mom was more of a players person.
Yeah,
but
the individuals.
But the two that I know for sure she liked, I can't argue. One of them I never got to see him play. Too damn old. And Bill Russell, which I still can't argue with it.
I didn't see Russell either.
And then the other, which she liked, is probably my favorite player ever in basketball, which is Hakeem Olajuwon. So she I will say she did like some quality. So my mom would probably like Joker as well, but I mean he's the best player in the world, and there's a reason for it. Yeah, I don't think it's close either. People always say Luka, but no,
hell no.
My mother was talking about this a couple months ago during the NBA Finals. And I asked my mother, I said, what player back in the good old days, which would be the 70s for her, 60s, 70s, and I said, which player of this era now can play in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s? And my mother said, and it didn't surprise me, she said this. She said, the one player who can do it is SGA. And I said, why? And I told this to Aunt T about who he reminds me of. And my mother said, he reminds me of Walt Frazier with his mid-range game. And that was my mom breaking that shit down. My mother said, where are the players who kind of remind me of my great Knicks players? Who's the Bill Bradley? Who's the John Gianelli? Who's Willis Reed in today's NBA? I said, they don't have it, no.
Yeah,
But she likes SGA. Says mine's for both Frazier.
Bringing up that whole mid-range jumper thing. This is why, gosh,
Well, the
I
Rockets
hate listening to I hate listening to these analytics people that have never picked up a
Oh, I
ball.
can't stand them. Don't get me started with those pencil make
that whole thing about not shooting a mid-range jumper. If that's the jumper that they're most comfortable with and good at, let them do it. I mean, there's no golly, man.
Well, these are guys that never played basketball.
Exactly.
Yes.
Never played basketball, don't really understand, the game at that level. And it's cool. These advanced analytics guys don't win championships.
It's true.
So what I'm saying, they don't. The only time they win championships is when everybody's doing that shit, and somebody's got to win.
Yeah,
Like the Celtics, for example, when they won, it was because everybody was doing that shit. So
Well,
somebody
between
had
that, not only that, and between them having Porzingis back, Porzingis having him back on that court.
Oh, you talking about
having
those
that
Celtics?
Swiss Army knife too. But when you got every other team doing it, then
Agreed.
yes, somebody just has to win.
Agreed.
That's it. But if you got another team that's countering that, like I think Houston's kind of proven that this year, there's no Daryl Morey there anymore. They put Kevin Durant where he's most effective, which is in the mid range, and they are doing extremely well.
Yeah.
And they got, in my opinion, second or third best coach in the league.
So
yeah,
I think the mid range is that'll never the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's a copycat league, but at the same time, teams are going to make adjustments. So this is one of the reasons why you saw OKC bring team defense back.
Mm-hmm.
The defense that they play look damn near like the damn Pistons in the 2000s.
I can agree with that.
The way that they swarm, and work those hands, like they're all over you, man, all over you, extremely physical.
And it's pretty much
string.
everybody with them doing that too.
Yeah. So I think it's I mean it's nice to watch. I like seeing teams competitive, but I think when we go back to like why people aren't watching the regular season, it's not even just all of the three. It's the like people are not competitive, dude. They're just not. Now I do like this rookie class that came in. I like the kid in Philly. I like him.
Oh, yeah. I can't think of his name. Yeah, he's been doing real good.
And of course, I think Utah is going to be pretty damn good.
I heard that. I saw that the other day. What the hell is going on out there? They're winning games.
Bro, they got two rookies that are pretty damn good. Charlotte's got that white boy too, man. That motherfucker play.
Yeah, but Charlotte's only got 2 wins.
Yeah. But like I said, once they move LaMelo, bro, they'll be all right. It's coming.
Can they move him? I don't even know if anybody wants him. I'm not trying to be funny, but
that's a good point. That's a good point. Somebody can make a move for him. Somebody can use him properly.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I just haven't seen anything that makes me think that anybody's willing to risk it for him yet.
But yeah, Utah looks pretty damn good, bro. I think they're going to be really good. And I think they got 2 rookies, and New Orleans don't look bad either.
But they only got 3 wins.
Man, I can't.
Like I said, they're going to have to make a move as well.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Man, New Orleans is a sinking ship. I think, man, somebody need to get CJ McCollum up out of there. I feel bad for him. I'm like Charles.
CJ McCollum been out of there. Right?
Oh, he finally got him out. Okay,
he's with the Wizards now. He's with the Wizards.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, that's Lord.
It's Zion holding them hostage right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, my bad. That's right. He's with,
and they already they drafted Zion's replacement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they said that Zion would be moved soon. They said.
Yeah, and they drafted his replacement, and he looks pretty damn good. And I don't think Zion wants to be there, anymore. So, and we'll see what happens in Memphis. You were sold on Ja a few years ago. What happened, Mace?
I say it all the time. Uh, I don't know what the hell happened to him. And like
Memphis.
I said this 2 weeks ago. Memphis used to be the fun team to watch in the league. When I used to come up here 3 years ago, I said I used to watch Memphis every night behind me while I'm doing the show. And now they're falling off the face of the earth. And
Well, they got rid of their coach. They blamed everything on the coach, and I thought he was doing a really good job. I don't, management there isn't that good to me. As
Of
far
course
as
not. It's New Orleans.
Memphis, you mean?
I mean, it's Memphis. Both
Yeah,
of them are just as bad.
they've had because Memphis has had some really quality teams, and they just haven't done enough.
Gotten it together.
back in the days, when Lionel Hollins was coaching there, and they were able to create a problem in the West, knocking out San Antonio before getting to the Western Conference Finals and all that.
Hey, I'm glad you said that. The best series I saw, besides the NBA Final, was that war between OKC and Memphis with Randolph and Gasol against the Big Four back in 2011. That series was like a throwback to the 70s.
That was rough. And like I said, the problem, Ja wants to pout like a little girl, but I will say this much: he's been set up for failure.
I agree.
He's been set up for failure. Like, I know he messed up with social media and all of that other stuff, but the Grizzlies did him dirty a bunch of different ways, and this is before firing the coach, because we know how the contract incentives work and everything else. He has checked out ever since he was denied that damn supermax. And that was on the Grizzlies. They knew that when they sat him for X amount of games, whatever, they knew he wouldn't qualify by not making an All NBA team.
Yep.
So
took his money away.
Like, no matter how good he played, they really didn't give him much of a chance to recover from that. Which is the same thing that they did in Dallas. They don't want to pay these guys. And then it was like, you know what, we're gonna get rid of the coach too. They didn't plan on keeping him. They didn't want to get that boy no supermax, and they don't even want to sign him to an extension. It's over. Or they're gonna sign him to an extension if they didn't already, and they're gonna move that damn contract.
When Aaron Andrews asked him, it was him, Luka, Jason Tatum, and I forgot who was the other player. And they asked
Anthony Edwards.
No, it wasn't Edwards. And they asked him, "You still think no one can beat you in the West?" And he said, "Nah, the only guy I worry about is this guy right there." And it was Jason Tatum, because Boston kicked their ass. And Aaron Andrews, not Aaron, that bitch Malika Andrews gave that evil look. And next thing you know, Lakers made trades, and I forgot who made trades in the West, and then he got suspended.
Yeah, I forgot about. Damn, you right about that.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Hey, I got great memories.
I forgot about that interview.
Yeah, it was on ESPN. She said, "You sure?" And she gave him that evil look. It was like the NBA.
Yeah, he said nobody. He wasn't really worried about anybody.
Exactly, except Tatum.
Well,
because Tatum whipped their ass. The game after time, every time they played, Tatum blew him out. Yeah.
Well, like I said, bro, that's. I mean, I'm gonna hold Ja accountable, because it's up to him to stay locked in. As a pro, this is what being a pro is all about. So you gotta be more than just good. You gotta be a pro. But at the same time, they didn't do much, bro. They didn't do much. Even when they supposedly tried to, after that crap, they brought in Derrick Rose or whatever, and Derrick Rose said straight up, "Brian, I ain't here to babysit nobody."
Yep. I see John, a different team, come the trade deadline.
Yeah, and he's gonna, and somebody's gonna come up off of him, but you got to get him to the right spot. So don't be surprised if Detroit makes a move for him. That's who I'm looking at. I think it would be a contender, or at least a team that thinks it'll get them over the hump. So
I
don't be
could,
surprised if it'll either be Detroit. They might make a straight up swap with New Orleans.
I could see,
Um,
I could see Orlando doing it.
I mean, Orlando's kind of already made their move, bro.
Yeah, but they have pieces that Memphis would want. Yeah, and they've made the trade with Memphis.
Orlando would actually be a good fit for him
Yeah,
because, trust me, there ain't no trouble you can get in out there.
it'll reunite him with Desmond Bain.
But there's just no trouble out there, bro.
Yeah, but I see a team like you. I agree. I see a team. It's going to be a team no one thought of was going to get them. And what's going to happen is, goes back to what Aizen said before, the bandwagon fan, the casual, is going to be all pissed off. Oh, you trade him there? Why there?
Now, if you feel like you're one Ja Morant away, then you make the move.
I would agree, yeah. I think if you just let him know, you got to put him in a team that's structured. A team that he better know, he better check his ego at the door. In other words, he got to go to a team where the other stars on that team are strong personalities. I do agree with that. I do agree.
That's why I said
or strong leadership.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if Detroit. That's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit makes the move. Detroit. I mean, I want to say Boston maybe, bro, but it doesn't make sense for them. They just trying to stay underneath, stay under that. Yeah, they just trying to stay.
Roughly tax.
But yeah, that's why I said it's like the team looks like Detroit. Maybe New Orleans might make a swap.
Hey, I'll tell you a team I could see him on. You guys gonna think I'm crazy. I could see him in Brooklyn very easily.
I don't think Brooklyn makes the move for him
I think that
because it's like it's basketball self deletion. You're not one Ja Morant away. Your team
you're right.
really doesn't get much better, and then you put him in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right
I
about
can't see it
that.
either.
It would just be a horrible move for everybody. Why do it?
Yeah. I see you. I hear you, man.
They need
Well,
too much.
fellas, I'm gonna take a break, and because I'm gonna do the Bears game today.
Okay.
But you guys are welcome to come back in an hour, and we'll pick this conversation up. All I'm doing is watching the game. We can pick this up.
Okay.
All
I may
right.
come back.
I'll be
maybe.
back.
was a
If
pleasure.
you're not, then Auntie, I appreciate you, man.
Oh,
I
no
appreciate
problem.
you being live, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
Yeah, thank you.
Yo, bro. So there's some things where I'm gonna change up on and do more concepts and talk about things like that NBA thing. I really want to do. I really do. I think that's going to be fascinating about how these foreigners have taken it over. So
I mean,
we'll do that.
let's
Probably
keep
next
it real.
Saturday if you guys are available. Just give me a day you guys are
They
available.
ain't taking nothing over. These boys can't play no damn basketball, so it really wasn't hard.
They gave it to him.
Yeah, I mean, these
They
guys.
got-
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
You're not allowed to coach them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No.
They're too pampered. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. You can't coach them, and these guys are coming over here with a skill set.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, the fundamentals are gone. Only thing they have here now is athleticism.
They're coming here with a skill set,
Mm-hmm.
a work ethic,
Yep.
Coachable
and
mindset.
exactly, and a pros mentality.
Yes, because they played in the pro since they were 15.
That's what I'm
16
saying.
years old.
You literally got men against boys.
Yeah. Hey, I said 3-4 years ago, remember? I said Luka's toying with these brothers in the NBA. All these guys got all upset with me. And, I said, I'm just telling facts. I go by what I see.
And they
But
really
like-
hate it. They really hate it when you say Joker is.
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Joker doesn't he's just way above everybody. But
Yeah.
even if you want to mention guys like SGA, the
Yeah.
Canadians, for example. Okay, you got the Nemhard brothers, you got SGA, you got
Dort.
Jamal Murray. Who else? Those guys are
Sharp
pros.
in Portland.
I'm just saying. Who else?
Shaden Sharp out in Portland. He's averaging
Yeah,
24
these
games.
guys are pros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're just real pros that just come over here with the skill set. They do what they do. They fit right into any system you put them in,
Williams in OKC.
and you don't hear nothing out of them, bro.
Lou Dort.
Yeah. Lou Dort. Then of course
Yeah, Lou
Wemby.
Dort. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Went
Yeah.
on, yeah. And the NBA did that right underneath everybody's nose. While everybody was talking about Jordan, LeBron, the NBA very quietly did this. And I'm telling you right now, and I said this then, it's going to bother a lot of American fans, especially black fans.
You know what?
Doesn't bother me.
I don't think it was quiet at all. It was obvious.
But
I
who
mean, you
just
just
won
had to be
MVP?
looking.
SDA, 16 of the last 19 NBA MVPs are foreigners.
Yeah. And the other three were. Hold up, you sure? 16 in the last 19?
That's what they said, yeah.
God,
Is that
damn.
true? Because hold up, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and LeBron James won MVPs
Yeah, I know.
in the
So that means 16 of the
2010s.
yeah.
So
That's what they
I'm just
said.
saying. I just mentioned 5 guys, Americans, that won MVPs.
Well, let's do it.
So I don't know how 16 in the last 19.
Joker 3 times. The one Embiid stole from him. Giannis won what? Twice or 3 times? I think he won
Twice.
twice, right?
Twice. Giannis won twice.
Steve Nash won twice.
Yeah.
SGA. So the point we're both making
I'm
is
just saying it can't be 16. I just mentioned 5 guys that all won MVPs in the 2010s that are
Yeah.
Americans. Westbrook,
that's what
Harden,
I didn't make that up.
LeBron,
That's
Steph, and Durant.
yeah, that wasn't me who made that up. That's what they were saying.
Oh.
So all I remember was Dirk and Nash was winning MVPs. Duncan, how many did Duncan win?
He won 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won.
And
two
always
back to back.
NT, you just named 5 guys.
Hmm?
I named more guys, but with Curry with what, 3, right? Curry won 3?
2.
2. LeBron won 3, right? Or 4?
4.
No, 4.
KD's won 1.
Westbrook, Harden, each won 1.
Derrick Rose won one in between.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2010.
And he won 2011. So that's 6. All the American born that all won in the 2010s.
Well, I didn't make that stat up, just to let you know. I heard that stat, which blew my mind at the time. Just recently, too. And I guess it was Whitlock who said it, because, he's such a coon. He hates the American black players. So,
I mean, this whole European thing started with Giannis in 2018. So
he hates it, the American player. So let me get out of here,
look,
man.
this happens when these guys can't play basketball and nobody feels a need to teach them how to play. I'll blame LeBron James for that, but I can't blame it on LeBron because it's not his fault.
Jordan did. Jordan did when Tarico interviewed.
Well, no, I mean LeBron James made it okay to not be coached.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let me get out of here, boys. I'll see you guys in an hour. I'll be back. All right.
Later.
Thanks for coming.
Peace.
Thank you.
Peace, man. You guys could come back. Remember that. Don't forget, I'll be back in an hour. So everybody enjoy. Get ready to go home. Those of you who stayed home on Black Friday, I'll be back in an hour. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to the people in the clouds. Thank you to Auntie and my boy Ace and Sama. I love you guys. I'll see you in an hour. Bears, Eagles, big game. Later.